How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Tokyo on a lovely early autumn, late summer. It's hard to tell, because in the middle of September, you kind of get a little bit of both. But a lot of you are traveling in October and November, coming here to Japan, and I wanted to, in this mini guide live, talk about how to pack for October and November, in particular those 2 months. Every few months I'll do one of these guides, show you what's inside the stores, how people are dressed on the streets now. But let's look into the future, because I get this question all the time on Instagram, on Patreon, or our supporters ask me, what do you pack? How do you prepare for a trip to Japan? Inside the cities of Tokyo, you'll see people are a little bit dressier, but to be honest with you, the majority of people in areas like Ginza these days are tourists. So many people are wearing shorts, many people are wearing like t-shirts. They kind of look like me, which is great, because about maybe 15 years ago, I really stuck out. Today, wearing sandals and shorts in Ginza is not too bad in September. But the weather here is perfect for it. Actually, the humidity is almost zero. If you take a look at my sweat index, there's zero sweat, which means it's absolutely perfect. Again, we're, I don't know, around 12 o'clock noon right now, and it's so comfortable. Probably gonna get about 32, 33 degrees. Let's take a look at the temperatures today. Here's Tokyo's temperatures for the 10 days from September, September 13th today, 14th, 15th, 16th. Pretty good. It's about 30, 31. It's gonna get pretty hot on Thursday, 34, which is what, like upper 80s or so? But most of the time, at the end of the week, it's getting down into 27, so that's like lower 80s. And then the low temperatures are really nice, like down in 18, 19. It's perfect right now to be in Tokyo. This is why I always said, if you can, hold off July, August, wait until the middle of September. The only downside are the typhoons that come, which you cannot predict, but for September, you can't do any better than this. And you can dress like you do in summer, you just don't need to wipe down as much, Now let's look at the average temperatures in Japan for Tokyo, Sapporo, Kyoto, and Fukuoka. This will be pretty much covering most of the areas that travelers go to. Tokyo, average temperature in October is 17.5 degrees Celsius, or about 63 Fahrenheit. This is next month. And then November average temperatures drop about, I don't know, what is that, like 6 degrees or so, to 13.9 degrees Celsius and 57 degrees Fahrenheit. That's relatively cool, but not chilly. So you want to have a jacket in November, but you're probably going to be okay in October. Sapporo, boy, does it really chill off in November up in Hokkaido. 13.6 degrees Celsius or 56.5 degrees Fahrenheit in October. I went up to Asahikawa in the north. It's even colder up there, or chillier, I guess you could say. November going to be 5 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit. And trust me, when you get into January, this place is it's really below freezing. Kyoto is almost the same as Tokyo, except a little bit cooler at night. And Fukuoka, a little bit warmer than Tokyo. So you get an idea of roughly Japan, Kyoto and Tokyo pretty much give you the heart of the weather. But I would say if you go up to Tohoku, it really starts getting chilly, and you need to have layers, which is why I come here. I go to inside this Uniqlo here. This is my neighborhood, okay? This is my backyard. And Joey's like, that's still cold for me. I bet, if you're comparing it to the Philippines. Super Mr. Crazy Man's here, at least a video on how to travel Japan. Need it, definitely. And Elizabeth Walters is here. Here's to your goal. Thank you, Elizabeth. Let's see if we can do a little walk about this area as well. I appreciate that, guys. Let's take a look at a video. I went inside here. This is the Uniqlo, right when it opened. It opens at 11 o'clock in the morning. It's right off of the main street. This is the front entrance to it. You can see the people, the tourists basically, are waiting in front there to get in. There's a lot of excitement in front of the Uniqlo. This is how they dress. I love the slacker look here. The way that you take because I've been dressed like this for years. The bag, oh, nice glasses. I think that's the same one I have. I like the way they show these mannequins here. You get an idea. Jacket, shirt underneath there. People got long pants in October, November, but I'm an outlier. You'll see me wearing shorts until like November. Look at this. I love this look. I always have a button-down shirt tight around my waist because you never know when you're gonna need the layers. After about 4 p.m. it does chill out. These sweatshirts are awesome for layers. Again, the way to go is layers because daytime is warm and nighttime is very cool. So having layers means that you can take it off. And these zip sweats are, I think they're about $25. So they're pretty cheap inside here. I have that one. Layers, button down and a t-shirt in there. I have that one right there. That's a nice color. Look at that dude with shorts. That is me. I think they're taking me, like, that's me right there. I dress like that in November, like a 13-year-old. See? That's me. They totally copied it. The green shorts and the sweatshirt and backpack in November. Hey, it feels good. They do have the jackets out right now. These are autumn jackets. They'll add another layer over the sweatshirt, for example. And again, when you get into Tohoku, you're definitely going to need this in November. You need a jacket if you're going up north of Tokyo. If we're looking at the women's here, these the men as well, these puffer jackets are the I think they're like ultra light downs, really. They're so useful to throw in your bag. Again, the ladies, layers, like the hat. Long pants. This is more dressy casual. It's good for the city of Tokyo. I was kind of like digging this leather jacket. I can't believe how cheap it is here as well. It's like, dang, that's like, what was that, 7,000 yen or 50 bucks for that? Like, I don't know how they do it. And there's how the ladies dress. You're supposed to dress like that. That's like how Kanai dresses, actually. That's a carbon copy of Kanai. Maybe not that one right there. She's not gonna wear no skirt, okay? I don't think I've ever seen her maybe 2 or 3 times wear a skirt a year. But hey, if I was a girl, I'd be wearing skirts a lot more. See? Skirts are fashionable. All right, let's go back upstairs where all the guys' fashion is. Look at these 3 dudes here. Looking cool with the shades, my man. I like that bag around his shoulder. What do you call those? Like shoulder bags, I guess you call that. The fleeces are out right now. I like the dual color fleeces and these puffer jackets. That's a gray one. I might get one of these. The problem is my size because I'm too tall for the large, but I'm too thin for the extra large. So it's kind of weird. Check this out. I noticed this is a new one. Heat Tech is here, but this is a cashmere Heat Tech. It's like, what? They find a way to upsell their Heat Tech, but it's so soft. So I might get one of these as well. These are cashmere Heat Tech's a good layer, especially if you're going up to Hokkaido. You can just pack it in there. They're very light, but they're very warm. Saya, I probably should get a sponsorship here. Because when it comes to like cost performance and look, I don't like to have logos on my shirts, so it works out pretty good. There's more Heat Tech. Again, this is a great way not to get too cold in Hokkaido. I had one of those on Mount Fuji, and the Airism stuff for summer gets on sale here right at this time, so you'll see that there's the Heat Tech out there. A layer underneath all these other layers. Purple seems to be in. Check out that dude with the purple. I like the shoes there. The purple thing. So purple seems to be the color of this year for the dudes. I like those shoes. I'll go back to the purple in a second. Nice slacks. Less jeans I'm seeing, more slacks. And I like this green color fleece with a sweatshirt on the inside. I never thought of that. Sweatshirt and then the fleece. Interesting. And then there's some jeans here. Uniqlo's got the stretchy jeans. They sell a lot of them, but I'm more into shorts. And there's these button-down sweaters which are getting popular as well. But I don't see too many people wearing the sweaters. And there it is again. There's the purple color. It's striking for the dudes. I haven't seen purple in a long time, but the dark gray one is real nice. Black is too dressy, formal looking, so I'd probably go to the gray. So there's those light jackets again. I'll talk about kids in a second, how Leo dresses. And here's the sweatshirt aisle. They got the dudes wearing pink. I think that that's a nice pink color. It's not too bright. Looks good. I probably don't look too bad in the pink. I'm not sure I would. Actually, I would wear that color maybe. Charlie Brown stuff is out as well. And the fleeces. And I was digging this right here for autumn. This maybe more indoor wear. But it's nice to have it if you're going to be in a hotel or a resort. These are like knit pants, like sweatshirt knit pants for, what is that? $20. It's really cheap. They do have the down jackets. They just came out, new arrivals. So this is the winter stuff is already out. This is a long jacket. I think there's some down in there. So that's less than $100 with the, no, that's $100 with the exchange rate, which is crazy. And these down jackets, I think they're $650 fill for 15,000 yen or $100. That's really good. But to be honest with you, I'm into layers, and I have one of these navy ultra light down jackets in my bag now from November to March. I have one. I just throw it in my bag. They're so light and they're really warm to put underneath. If you have it, you're gonna use it, trust me, because the nights get really chilly. Here's the ladies here. They're wearing layers as well. Just to give you an idea, proper escalator etiquette. Do not walk on the escalators. Not anymore, they changed the rules. And yeah, it's the lady wears for the active ladies. Not bad. So there you go. I hope this, that's sort of a guide that gives you an idea of maybe the way you want to go if you're packing for Tokyo. We're gonna go take a look around the street here. Maybe you'll be able to find something that you like looking at people walking around. I always get inspiration for my own, well actually, you know what? It's more affirmation of my own fashion because I see people that look like me, and that means that I'm not underdressed, which is a big deal here. Erica's here. Greetings from Chicago. I just got back from Hokkaido Tohoku trip and loved it. Aomori City was so cool. Yes, I love Aomori. I love seeing the Akita Inu and Odate. We're going there next month. Leo's gonna try to walk one of those Akita Inu. You're right, everyone needs to check out rural Japan. So you went to, yeah, you saw the statue of, there's two Hachiko statues, one at Shibuya Crossing and one in front of Odate Station. And if you went to Aomori Station, then you also went to the Nebuta Rasera Museum, which is awesome. If you don't get to see the Nebuta Festival, you got to go to that museum. It's really cool to show you how they make those massive floats, the Neputa and the Nebuta, in the first week of August. I'm so happy, Erica, that you went up there. Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome. That's really awesome. All right, let's walk around. We'll say goodbye to this Uniqlo. I guess I could show you. I'm kind of digging the fact that they sell the flowers here. But if you look in the window, see they got the purple jacket here, which is seems to be really popular, that color. So you can see now what people are wearing, the tourists versus, it's very easy to tell tourists versus locals based on the way that they're dressed. I've got to be honest with you. The shoes are also a giveaway. The shoes are a giveaway. And the bags, the cameras. Just saying. Where's Kanai and Leo? So we had lunch together today. This Monday is actually a holiday, so we didn't, hold on a second. I can show you where we went. Maybe you guys have been here before. Here's where we went. Hold on, I'll pull up the video. We went to a, I guess it's Taiwan, Tim Ho Wan. I think that's what's called. I thought that was meronpan, but it's not. It's got like savory meat inside there. And look at those gyoza with that glutinous rice. You can see through them, which is so cool. A little pricey. It was a lot cheaper in China. Leo's having problems. He can't really use the chopsticks unless they're connected. There's like these children chopsticks, but the plastic ones are real hard to stab. Yeah, I got my glutinous, I don't know what you call them, gyoza dumpling. That was so good, man. Ah, I'm in heaven. Can I order these, which is just basically like mochi. And these are made out of daikon radish. Those are so good. Oh my gosh. I ended up spending about $30, so thank you for the super chats. I do use that to take the family out every now and then. We got this as well. This is rice steamed in these leaves, which are so good. If you open it up, yeah, radish cake. That's good. Dingo Dingo wrote in there. Inside is like a present. I like the way they wrap it. It's great for kids because they're like, look, what's inside? Boom. Steamed rice in the leaf, and it takes a little bit of the flavor. It's so good. And inside is it's like an onigiri, basically meat. Oh, and of course outside here, I'm gonna push pause for a second. Do you see this burger at Wendy's? This is Wendy's. Wendy's. That's burger. I'm gonna go from the layers. Bun, burger, cheese, bacon. Do you know what's in the middle there? And then egg is on top. And then a creamy sauce. In the middle is mochi. I'm not kidding. They put mochi on the Baconator at Wendy's. That's a layer of mochi. I repeat, mochi. That's crazy. I gotta get Eric Surf 6 and go try this. Wendy's, look, they took the burger, the Skimmy burger, there's Kanai in the reflection, and they went and they made it with a mochi burger, which is genius. And Leo has this Tomi car, by the way. It's a police bus. And if you wave at them, they will wave back at you, even from a distance. Mochi in a burger. It's like, that's kind of a carbo load in a way. So it's bun, burger, cheese, mochi, and it looks like it's been dipped in a soy sauce, and then egg, and then a white sauce, and bun. That's crazy. And it's really cheap. I gotta go and try that out. I gotta take Eric with me. I see Brandy is off to Maui. I love getting the notifications live. So Brandy, I don't know if you're watching there. Have a safe trip to Maui. I hope everything, the flight goes smoothly from Honolulu. It's nice to hear from you. You forgot bacon. Oh right, Pat, and the bacon. It's called the Baconator, for Baconator. All right, we'll do a little walkabout. Just for a little bit, okay? Carb and fat loaded. I know, but that's what you're paying for. You don't want to eat like you do at home if you're going out to a fast food restaurant. All right, we'll walk this way, past the Uniqlo. I take you to the main street all the time. So I have to be careful because you only get 1 hour for free, and then you got to start chalking up cash. So you have to take your bicycle out and then put it back. That's not what locals do. But it's Tokyo, so everything's paid now. I mean, it's very little is for free. That's a nice car. I see a lot of nice cars. Wow, he has an Otani jersey with the kanji on it. That's pretty cool. And he's a foreigner too. Have you been to the Nebuta Festival in Aomori? I have. On this channel, I did it live back in 2017 or 2018. I literally live streamed the entire Nebuta Festival as a Haneto dancer, so in a yukata. So you can see me with my my funny hat and doing the entire Nebuta live. We had signal. No one was really live streaming back then. I don't know if it's possible now. Mujirushi here has a bakery. Let's go across the street illegally. Shimasu. It's Ginza. Maybe let's go take a quick look, see. What's with these like ripped jeans? Do you see that? Like I see a lot of people with these ripped jeans. The Muji Bakery. Wow. Look at that wheat sausage pan. Focus. No, focus. It's a lonely one. It's got one friend there. They have a lot of nice stuff in here. I was thinking of going, the last time I did a Nebuta Festival video was the live stream, and then one on my old channel where I interviewed a Nebuta master builder, one of the winners. He's won in the past. That was a hard interview to get. I had to contact the sponsor in order to get permission. And he was able to share with me, you can see the tourists up there. Again, you're pretty much dressed still like summer, but just with no sweat. If you walk slow, people just will pass you. You can see how they're dressed. It's kind of easy to know who the tourists are, you know what I mean? You walk up to people and go, "Where are you from?" Always reminds me of the one where some tourist asked George to watch his suitcase. He never came back, so George started to wear his clothes. And did you ever see that one? He said, I'll be right back. Can you watch my suitcase? And like 30 minutes later, the guy never came back. So George took the suitcase, and he started wearing the clothes. He walked in, and there was a really pretty lady who was like a guide in New York City. And she goes, "Hello there, where are you from?" And he said, "Little Rock, Arkansas." And then he started to kind of date her, because she would show him around the city that he's lived in all his life. Sometimes the clothes are pretty important. That's a great episode. And then the guys found him on the street wearing his clothes. Of course, that's the way it's going to end. That was a good one. You'll see a lot of like weird cars. What is that? It's like a matte black Land Cruiser? What? Is that a Toyota? It's a matte black Toyota. That's really cool. Yeah, that's a Land Cruiser, wasn't it? Whoa! You see all like sorts of weird stuff. What is that? So some kind of a monster store. Everyone's got, and a lot of people will have satellite shops in Ginza, like really big brands. And if you are a growing brand, you definitely want to have a branch in Ginza. Not because you're trying to sell a lot of stuff, because most of these stores are empty. But you have a shop in Ginza, so you can write Ginza on your advertising. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. Ginza's a lot cleaner of a brand than Shibuya, for example. When you think of Shibuya, you think of young fashion. You think of, when I hear Shibuya, what comes to mind is probably different than what comes to mind for you. I think of dirty. I think of young people. I think of chaos. Like, it's not really a lot of good stuff. But when I think of Ginza, I think of sophistication. I think of cleanliness. I think of luxury and wealth. I think of organization. And I think of, I don't know why, symmetrical. Like all the buildings just seem to fit together here. This is a brand new Onitsuka Tiger Cafe. There's a lot of people waiting for it. That's really interesting. Onitsuka, if you ever read Phil Knight, who's the CEO of Nike, it was one of the greatest autobiography books of the CEO of, back then, I don't know, he was just establishing Nike, but he basically modeled it after Japan, after Onitsuka and the Tiger brand. And I guess he had a lot of problems with them. If I remember, it was like 7 years ago I read the book. I ended up giving it to Peter, and he read it as well. Shoe Dog is what it's called. But I guess that was his main competition in the 70s and 80s. So it's very fascinating. He also wrote about how his experience climbing Mount Fuji in the 1960s, which is really special. Oh, right, it's because it's Monday and because it's a holiday, they shut down the streets. So no offense, but these roller suitcases are so annoying. I don't know. I'm not saying that they're annoying. It can't be helped. You got to get to your. You gotta get to your hotel. But I'm still not used to the fact that Tokyo is such a massive tourist attraction. There were some suitcases, but it's like everywhere. Even people bringing their suitcases like down the middle of the street. It's just really weird to me because you never see that really. I've gotten hit so many times by suitcases, and it's a kind of a pain in the neck because people walk up the escalators with their suitcases, and I've been hit with people walking up with a suitcase. It's like, what are you doing? Respect for the age day. Respect me, too. I'm 51. It's so true. Once I started showing some white hair, I found that people respect me a little bit more for just being older here. I like that. Gotta be honest. If you have no respect for what I do, at least you have respect for my age. I've made it halfway to 100, something. And then when I see someone who's 80, I really have a lot of respect for them. So you gotta keep, for little kids, you're respecting everybody around you, except for people your own age, I guess. I don't know. Basically, in Japan, you just respect everything, everybody, all the time. And that's how society should work. Kimura, this is one of my favorite bakeries, and if you haven't already, it's not too crowded now, which is crazy. If you haven't already, they have the best ebikatsu sando. You can just grab it, pay for it, and eat it at one of these picnic tables. Ebikatsu is deep fried, breaded shrimp cutlet. Oh my gosh, it is so springy and crunchy on the outside, moist and springy on the inside. It's such a wonderful sandwich, one of my favorites. You can see that round, the Seiko building is gone. They're building something, I guess it's gonna have the same shape. And the Nissan building, Sony's gonna be moving their Sony shop to the new Sony building soon, I think. But yeah, there's Akebono, really good seasonal mochi. This is my backyard. Welcome to my backyard. All right, guys, thanks so much. I hope this helps. Now you know what people are dressing this week, and next week when you come, the temperature will drop in the next couple of days, but right now, the humidity is way, way down. So it's manageable, the heat. The humidity has just been melting away. Although I'm arguing with my wife all the time about the air conditioner. You know how like men always are very protective of the thermostat? She wants the air conditioning on all the time. And it's nice outside. I said, well, just get the fan. Let's sleep with the no air conditioning. She goes, no, it's Reiwa era. We need air conditioning. I'm like, oh my God. I'm kind of scared to look at the power bill. But the thing is, it's probably supposed to rain too. The thing is this, listen. She changed it so that the power bill, I used to take this paper and you have to pay your bills at the convenience store. They scan it on the convenience store and then you pay in cash at the counter. But now the bills come right out of my bank account, and I never see how much they're gonna be. So I haven't checked the electric bill in maybe 6 months. So I don't even know how much I had to pay for all that air conditioning because it's Reiwa era. I don't even know what that means. Illumon ads. Such suitcases in the city is not so uncommon, but have been to Enoshima the last couple of years. There walking the island with such cases, it's crazy. At least in Tokyo, you have a lot of space. Tokyo Station, though, in the morning, between 7 and 9 a.m. on the weekdays during the morning commute, the worst possible thing that you can do is to wheel around your suitcase. Take a taxi, for crying out loud. Avoid 7 to 9 a.m. on weekdays. It is awful. You're just creating havoc, and everybody knows if you come in on your airplane, you do not ride public transportation with a suitcase. You're gonna be scrunched in there with 1,000 other people. Sometimes the trains are at 280% full. I don't even know how they do that. What does it even mean? You're at 280%. They just shove you in like sardines, and you want to bring a suitcase? Yeah, you know what? If you want to save some money, go to a cafe, wait for a couple of hours, then ride the train at 10 o'clock. Or do what normal people do, grab a taxi. It's only a little bit more because everything in Tokyo is pretty close. You're gonna pay maybe 2,000 yen to get from one place to another. Or take a bus. The buses, that's another reason why the buses exist. Sometimes you don't be riding, you can get to Tokyo Station, get to Shinagawa Station on the airport buses and airport trains, and then grab a taxi from there. But don't get on the local trains if you have a massive suitcase. It's just a hassle at the commuter hours. I'm just telling you this. This is why locals really start to get frustrated with tourists, because it's like common sense. It's shocking how many, I guess it's just a sign of the times, how everybody has these roller suitcases now going down Ginza. It's just odd for me to see, because I've been here for so long, and you just never saw it. Walking around Ginza with roller suitcases. You usually would leave it in a hotel, right? I don't know. Unless you're doing a lot of shopping. People have been bringing the roller suitcases to Costco. I guess that makes sense. I still struggle with those blue IKEA bags at Costco and try to lug massive stuff. It hurts my shoulder. I come back home in pain. From the airport, Devon, take the bus if you have a lot of suitcases, or the train, an airport express train. But if you're taking the local train, you're going and during peak hours, it's okay for the first few stations, but once you hit a local station, you're going to be swarmed with commuters. And it's really uncomfortable to be sitting there with a suitcase that you cannot put on the rack above. You're just taking up space, and it's inconsiderate. There are other trains. Pay more, because you're going to be more comfortable and other people are going to be more comfortable. If you're just trying to save $5, you spend $3,000 on an airline ticket, you're trying to save $5. Airline trains, that'll take you to a hub, then get into a taxi. Taxi goes straight to your hotel. You can relax after that long, how many hour trip from wherever you're from. The last thing you want to do is to get on the Yamanote line at a peak time with your big roller suitcase. Nothing pisses people off, locals off more. And no one will ever tell you, but they will stare at you until you feel the laser burning into your back. At least that's how I feel, because I've been here for a while. Yeah. Just take a taxi. If I'm taking it from my house, I will take a taxi to the monorail, and then, what is that, like 2,000 yen? And then from the monorail, I'll get to Haneda Airport. That's different. Like, the monorail was made to take to the airport and back, but I would get off at Hamamatsucho, and instead of getting on the train line, depending on the time of day, I'll just get a taxi. It's so much easier. It's about 2,000 yen, or about, what is that, like $12. My suitcases all fit in the back. Driver takes me straight to the door. I'm not so tired out. You know what I mean? Brandani is here. On a plane about to fly. I knew I'd see you. I got your Discord message saying that you were going to Maui as well. I gave you a shout out. Said have a safe flight, Brandy. Thank you. We thought about getting a ticket to go back. We're going back to New York to see family for Christmas. We thought about taking like Hawaiian Airlines and stopping over for a couple of days, but the price was just crazy expensive. But maybe I'll try it if I ever win the lottery or something. Maybe I'll do that. I'll stop off in Honolulu on the way to Tokyo. I will come back home with a nice suntan and much more relaxed. A little bit of aloha spirit in me for Christmas. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below. By the way, these are all going in the Daimyo packages, and we just got 2 more Daimyo supporters. So I think I got enough for about maybe 2 more boxes this month. So if you're thinking about signing up for it, please do. I only got about 2 more of these, and I'm putting in one of these Mr. Donuts Tommy cars. These are seasonal, I believe, for this season. It's kind of a cool one. On the back, you got more donuts on the back of this truck, like little matchbox cars. But I send these out every few months in the packages. So that and the Kit Kats, and I have some autumn flavored confections from Shizuoka and some other goodies. So yeah, if you do. Oh, some people might be asking about the local rainfall. So from Sapporo to Fukuoka, you can see between October and November, the reason why there's more rainy days is because of typhoons, more or less. We get a lot of low pressure systems coming in at this time. For the most part, it's pretty clear, but there's a lot of long rainy days because of the low pressure systems, and they will sort of just stick around for a little bit. So they're like usually 1 full day of rain and then 2 half days of rain. So that's 3 days, right? It kind of seems like half the month, but it's not too bad. And November is less. The only reason it really rains is because of the typhoons, I would say. By the end of November, it's almost clear every day, except most of the rain is coming in the first 15 days. The last 15 days of November, usually very clear. But when it rains, it's kind of miserable because it's chilly. Another reason to make sure you have a good jacket. That's good to have. September 18th, probably a little bit cooler than now. If you're coming on September, I just saw the chat. If you're coming on September 18th, you probably could still wear shorts. You might want to have a light jacket with you. The temperature is getting to, in Tokyo, at nighttime lows of about 19 degrees Celsius, which is what? 10 degrees Celsius is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. For every 5 degrees Celsius, that's 9 degrees, so 18. So it's about 68 degrees. 20 degrees Celsius is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's about 68 degrees Fahrenheit for the low temperature and around 78 degrees for the high temperature. It's very comfortable, but you probably want to have a light jacket, but you can dress like me with shorts and Birkenstocks. Look kind of lazy. Let's just say I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable. Just a note, I did order the iPhone 17 Pro, the small one, because they said that the selfie camera was improved. I don't think so. I think it says 18 megapixels, but it's a square. So if you take the 16:9 size on an 18 megapixel square sensor, you still got 12 megapixels. So it's the same sensor, but maybe it's better. Maybe we'll have better live streams. I think the modem is a little bit better, so I'll have a better signal longer. It's been 3 years, so I upgraded it. So that's coming maybe in about 10 days, maybe. It's I hate buying Apple stuff when they first come out. It's such a bad experience online. I purchased it online. They said I could pick it up on the 19th, the day it comes at the Ginza store. So then I clicked the next button, and then it changed. All the times had filled. And then they threw me, and the only way you can get your smartphone is if we send it to you. And you know what happened to my iPhone 13 Pro? It never even arrived. It was stolen. You didn't have to sign for stuff because it was the pandemic. So somebody took it. Apple wouldn't reimburse me. The post office, they said, we didn't do it. I said, well, where's my product? We don't know, we did what we had. I said, well, it's not even properly, like I had 1,000 things against it. I went to the police, reported to the police. The police said, you're never gonna see it. We can get your serial, without a serial number, we can't trace it. And you don't have the serial number because you never possessed it. but we can write to Apple and get it. It's going to take 18 to 24 months. That's what the police said. So what the heck is that? So I bought it. I should get the serial number. In fact, I think you're supposed to get the serial number when they send it to you. It should tell you so you could register for your Apple Care or whatever. I bought the thing and I never even had the chance to get the Apple Care. Long story short, almost a year later, the credit card reimbursed me for the loss. So it was hey, Ahmed is here. Thank you from Arab Emirates. Very cool. But I got the new iPhone. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I think it's going to be an improvement. We'll see some on the channel. I'll let you know when I get it, so you can see the difference between the live streams between this and now. But you can already see if I zoom, the 3x zoom, it's not really good. And there's a spot on the sensor, so it's kind of annoying. So I don't know. Apple stopped a long time ago. This is probably my last iPhone. I'm just so done with iPhone stuff. Might have to go for the Google Pixel. But in 3 years' time, it won't matter. All the phones are going to be pretty comparable and compatible. So, yeah, Apple's lost me. This is the last one. I said that last time, though. So I think Apple knows that, too. People just complain and they end up coming back home to roost. Is that an expression? Yes, Simon, grossly negligent not to deliver in person. Be careful, they don't like you riding bikes here. There's a police guy.
Oh, okay, thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, just if you walk it, it's cool. I'm policing now. Tourists. So now they're walking it. I love my neighborhood. I will do everything I can to protect my neighborhood. They were riding really fast through here. I'm surprised that one of those dudes with the signs, they will tackle you. I've seen them tackle. Let's see, I don't know if they're gonna listen to me. Do you think they listen to me? I think they were British. I don't think British people usually like, oh, okay, yeah, thank you. And then they just do it anyway. Because I'm a stranger and they're still sitting on it. They're gonna get busted. That guy's gonna get busted. You can't ride your bike. Maybe there's so many people doing it, they're busting a lot of people. Maybe I should do this job. I would love to do this job. Point at people, police my community streets. They're riding. They did not listen. See? Brits. Look. I'm just kidding. I traveled. The other reason I say this is I'm an honorary Brit. They said I traveled with 8 British people, and 1 Japanese girl, and 1 Dutch dude, for 6 months from Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and China through Tibet. We were together for a very long time, and it was always the same thing. You give them advice, and they say okay, and then they never take it. They just go ahead and do it. I'm pretty much the same way though. But I always think of my friends. Yeah, that was pretty gangster. They just kept riding, and they have one of those battery bikes. I don't know, they're gone. It's too bad. I'll look into it. Maybe I can get a job here policing the streets on the weekends. Then you can come and say hi, then I could yell at you. You can test me. I'm gonna be, you know what? I want a whistle. Can I get a whistle? Or a whistle and an air horn. But I think that the neighborhood wouldn't like an air horn. But a whistle, a polite whistle. Do they have such a thing? Is there such things as Like the polite whistle. We could do better policing the streets of Ginza. I think we could do better. I'm the right person. I'm the right person. Gotta follow the rules. I'm not really good at street interviews. I did that for a while before, only in Japan. Weblish, I did street interviews. Only Peso knows about Weblish. It's hard. I don't think it's that interesting, actually. He does good stuff, but I don't think it's really that interesting. I don't even know if this is that interesting. Aloha, my brother. Michael Sasano, what are you doing here? I was just waiting for you, I guess. Gloomy day in Japan still. Yeah, it is kind of gloomy, but Michael, there's like no humidity. It's really comfortable right now. And I guess maybe with no sun, it's really, really comfortable. So mahalo, my friend. It's so great to see you. I saw a bunch of locals riding bikes on the sidewalks. I know. Walter, I would totally tackle my neighbors. And then you know what I would do to deflect that I lived here too? I would say, Nandiane. Start to pretend like I'm from Osaka. Really confuse people. I think Tokyoites might be scared of Osaka people because they're a lot more direct. It's possible. It's possible. That could be a pretty good episode. Policing the streets of Ginza. All right, guys, take care. I'm just kind of like procrastinating because the moment I get back, I got to start editing. Kanai's father's coming over because it's Respect for the Age Day. We're going to have skiaki. Yeah, if you liked it, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in another episode as I take it every corner of this amazing country. Hey, look, there they are. They're breaking the law. Foreigners. That is so bad. Bad. Minus. See if they get tackled. Where are the police dudes? Seriously. Where are the dudes with the placards that yell and tackle the people? They need whistles. They broke the matrix. Look at that lady. Oh, that is so wrong. You know, there's even a sign when you cross the street. Ginza is like really breaking down. You should police them in a costume. I think that's illegal, but I don't think she was, it's hard to say if she was a local or not. There's a lot of foreigners that are living here as well. I know what not to do, but I've been here for too long. I'm starting to ferment. Over there is the police museum. If you have kids, this is really great. The police museum is at the end of the street near Ginza Ichome and Kyobashi. On the side there, it's at that silver building. Do you see it there? And they have a police helicopter that kids can sit in, and if you come a little early, they'll allow the kids to wear police costumes. I asked if they had one my size, and they said no. But they gave me the kid's hat, and I got to wear it because I got a small head. It almost fit. So I got a picture of me and Leo, and Leo's flying the police helicopter. You know, the kind that always crashed in the old Japanese movies when Godzilla swiped his hand? That's the same one they got in the police museum. It's really cool. They got a patrol car, one of those fast racer types, I think. And then upstairs they have like what to do in case of an emergency or an earthquake and simulations and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, I like it. Hey, Macho Nacho, love your streams. I was curious, what are the streaming setup like? So this is the paid version of Prism by Naver. I don't know about the privacy. I think it's kind of suspect. Oh my God. Someone's got to tackle these guys. That's not good. So where are the policemen? They're going pretty fast. Let's see if someone's not doing their job. You're not supposed to do that. And I took a right there. Look, there's more. What the heck? That is really dangerous. That's really dangerous because there's kids running around and playing on the street here. All right, now somebody just stopped them. They were going really fast. There's literally a sign saying no bicycles at the front of the street there. Every single entrance, see it where the barricades are? Every single entrance has no bicycles. I'm gonna contact Chuo Ward. There's an office near me and ask if I can get this job to help. Need to get it there. Need to save my neighborhood. Right now it's illegal. Let me take it in one of the barricades. It really says no bicycling. Because I always get off and walk my bike. It's for walking. This whole street's for walking. That kid's riding. Does that qualify? Baby cars, strollers? It says walking. Bicycles are prohibited. Remember this kanji. Bicycles are prohibited from entry. You cannot ride bicycles. See? It says it. The fact that it's not in English probably throwing off those probably throwing off the tourists because it's in Japanese. That lady rode through here before. She's breaking the law. I could do my Kramer yelps. Yep. Like instead of, you can't scream, but you can yelp. Yep, yep. Here's a guy coming in here with his bicycle. You're not supposed to dude. Like he's local and he's looking left and right for the security guards. I got to get this job. I would be so good at this job. If you're aggressive for the first maybe few weeks, then you build up a reputation. Then no one messes with you. Smooth riding. Then you just look at. Is anybody from India here? Every mother in India who has kids, they don't say anything sometimes. They just go. And the kids just freeze because it's so scary because the eyes are so big. It's really scary. My cousin, I met her before she got married and had kids, and then she got kids, and then I stayed there. And kids are not good. They're running around, they're crazy. And then what? Just stop right there before she even shouts. Scary. It's like death eyes, death note. Yeah, I wouldn't be in full ride gear. Well, you wouldn't be able to move. But no, let's just put it like this. The streets will be safe. And people will be walking their bikes like that. That's how I do it. See? Locals. I'm not bringing a cattle prod. I'll use my hooks. I learned this from the Karate Kid. I'll be in Ginza, doing this, right in the middle. People are gonna freeze, probably because they're gonna get off their bike to take a picture. Ralph, what are you doing in Japan? I'm filming the next season for Cobra Kai Legends. All right, guys, that's all I got. No tasers. Now it's getting a little crazy. Ralph Macchio gave me a ticket when the live chat's gone haywire here. All right, guys, take care. That was a lot of fun. Sunshine09, thanks for your positivity. Thank you I love you guys. Thanks. It was a fun day. And it's a perfect day. Very little humidity. You get an idea of maybe how to dress, how to prepare for your trip in early to mid-September, and then October, November. Gonna get some layers. Get one of those ultra down jackets. Throw it in your bag so you have something for every situation. Postcards are on the way, everybody. All the Daimyo supporters, they should get there next week, unless you live in the Chicago area, where they hold it ransom at O'Hare Airport. So probably in 2 weeks. All right, take care, guys. Mata ne.